This is my garden in the daytime. This is my garden on the same security camera at night. As you can see in the upper left corner, it gets quite dark. So I have been trying to figure out how to do an infrared lighting solution which would light up the area for the camera to see without annoying anybody that happens to look into that area. This is one of my prototypes. This was originally a regular cheap solar garden light that had a 1.2 volt battery, rechargeable. And what I'm trying to do here for longer term is to actually use a lithium ion battery that I've harvested. Let's say, if you want to look on my channel for, if you want to hunt for something about batteries, then maybe you'll kind of understand what I'm doing. But this is where I get the batteries. They don't cost me anything. I'm just harvesting them from something else. What I want to do is I want to power them with the batteries, but I haven't done anything really scientific. I just keep building and trying things, and either they're underpowered, so there's not enough light and they last a long time, or they're overpowered, provide plenty of light, but don't last all night. So I'm trying to figure out some numbers that I can use to design this more scientifically. To do that, so here's the plan. I have these small light sticks, which you can buy on my website and eBay. I've got a 1 LED, a 2 LED, a 3 LED, and a 4 LED. These will provide the light for the testing that I plan to do. 12.5 milliamps, 25 milliamps, 37.5 milliamps, 50 milliamps. That's what these are supposed to draw. The question is, how much storage do I get from a solar panel going into the battery? If all of these, if I place 4 similarly designed devices together in the same area, they should all get the same amount of sun. Now, I'm not going to be able to make this absolutely perfect, but it should get me some reasonable numbers. The question is, if this solar panel is connected to a battery, which is then connected to this LED, how much storage will this solar panel give me, and how long will it take for this to drain that battery? There's also one more ingredient here. I have these, which are also available. These are the solar light switcher boards. And the idea with these is there's a, I'll provide the schematic on the website and on the listing on eBay. But essentially, I'm going to be hooking up the solar panel on the left, the battery on the right, and the load or the output down in front here. So this will be connected here. The wires from the solar panel will go in on the left here, and the battery, which I don't have, well, here's a battery. So imagine that being hooked up and this being hooked up, and there is a connection for the light stick here. That'll go into the front there. So that's how it'll all hook up. If I do this similarly for all 4 of these, the battery should not matter. The capacity of the battery should not matter. My hope is that what I'll be doing is only storing enough capacity to light up the light for a certain period of time, but it won't be the maximum capacity of the battery. So that shouldn't play into this equation. The solar panels should all be the same. I have more of the same solar panels. So these should not be part of the equation, except that they're part of the experiment. These 4 devices, which I haven't separated these yet, should all be the same. The only real difference is in the LEDs. So with that, I should be able to calculate how much energy I'm storing in a battery during a typical day. So with that, I'm going to start building this, and then I'll be able to put it out, and long term, I'll be able to show you the results. Okay, it's been 4 nights and it's about time for an update. For the last couple, it's been overcast. You can see a little bit of sun coming out today. So for the first couple of nights, it seemed like all of them made it all the way through. Although actually number 3 going left to right, that's 1 LED, 2 LEDs, 3 LEDs, 4 LEDs. I put them in order. The third one seemed to go out faster than the fourth one, which you would think the fourth one would go out later, would go out sooner because it's drawing more power. But in reality, just because of things that I happen to have on hand, number 4 actually has 2 batteries in parallel, increasing the capacity from about 600 milliamp hours to 1200. So I think what was happening is we were butting up against the limit of capacity in the battery, and a combination of that and voltage and what have you, which just anyway. Then the last couple of nights, number 1 was basically the only one to stay on, and I think that's because A, it's consuming less power, and B, it's able to use reserve built up from days before when the sun is out. So I'm thinking that practically the limit here may be about 25 milliamps in my particular application. So that's kind of where we are. I'm going to let it go for a few more nights. We'll see if we can get some more sun, and we'll see where we go from there.